5 steps for turning website visitors into paying customers. Let's dive into one of the most crucial topics for any business, which is turning your website visitors into actual paying customers. If you're not familiar, my name is Ryan Levesque, CEO of the Ask Method Company, and I'm going to share with you the same proven steps that have helped so many of our students and clients achieve 6, 7, and 8-figure success using this approach. So get ready to take some notes. All right, first things first, we're going to talk about how to understand your visitors like they are your best friends. Imagine that you're having a heart-to-heart conversation anytime someone lands on your website. What are their desires? What are their fears? What are their pain points? What are their challenges? You want to actually get inside the conversation that's already taking place inside your website visitor's mind before you begin communicating. So step number 1 is to know more about your customer than they even know about themselves. Step 2 is to make sure that the message that they see when they come to your website grabs their attention right away and speaks to their pains, their desires, their challenges, the conversation that's going on inside their mind. You want to create a bold but simple scroll-stopping message, a headline that gets their attention. You've got to communicate the right message right away, and you only got a few seconds to make that connection. So let me show you an example of what that looks like right here on the Ask Method website. So if you bear with me one second, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up on my screen the Ask Method Company website, and you're going to see right here on the screen, it says right here, discover how to get more clients faster using this unique AI-powered client getting strategy. You see, when coaches and consultants and other experts come to this website to learn how to grow their business, they instantly see this headline, how to get more clients faster using this unique AI-powered client getting strategy. Now, this free webinar is designed to solve the 2 biggest problems that everyone has, right? And when you look at that headline, you'll notice that there's a button right there on the page. We're actually giving away tickets to the webinar for free. Now, why would we do that? Well, naturally, the reason why we would do that is because when someone lands on your website, one of the first things that you want to focus on doing is sharing value. You want to give before you get. This is what Jay Abraham first described as the strategy of preeminence. You want to give before you ask for something in return. So by demonstrating your value with a lead magnet or some form of free training, you are going to establish and build that relationship. So we're giving this away for free because the next step in building real connections is adding value, helping strangers on the internet find real solutions so that they're no longer strangers anymore. Which leads us to step number 3. Give them a reason to engage, to interact with your website, something that they can't say no to, a free lead magnet, as I mentioned a moment ago, that solves their problems. So what type of lead magnet might you create? Well, here are my top 3 suggestions, my favorite 3 types of lead magnets that we have success with over and over and over again, as well as my very favorite that I'll share with you here in this short video. So first, lead magnet that we are huge fans of is the mind map. Now, the mind map is a highly visual way of conveying information, and it's a lead magnet for anybody who wants to build something as quickly as possible. It's what we call the mind map lead magnet. It's the fastest way to get a lead magnet off the ground. So we like using a lead magnet mind map software for just creating something in the form of a PDF that you can give away. It's highly visual, highly visible. It's very visually engaging, and it's something that you can take people through, whether it's your process, whether it's the area of life or business that you help people with. And you might be wondering, really, does it work this well? To put it simply, what we're talking about here is a way of conveying information in a highly visual way with lines and circles that connect all the various ideas together. Now, why is this so important? Because a mind map lead magnet is incredibly curiosity inducing, especially when it is several pages and maybe you show just one of those pages on the screen. Second type of lead magnet that I love offering is free training. So just showed you an example of that on the Ask Method website a moment ago. That orange button prompted website visitors to get a free ticket to an upcoming webinar. The type of giveaway that we just described works great because what you're offering is training that is of high value. It answers questions or problems or challenges that people are struggling with. And in the case of the webinar that I just showed on our website, this is a new, fresh way to use AI, artificial intelligence, to create irresistible offers, write copy, produce business models and blueprints, even funnels, both traditional funnels as well as quiz funnels in record time. So this free training is a very effective way to actually help people learn how to save time and save money while getting more done. And it's a great opportunity for them to get to know us and for us to get to know them at the same time. So you want to think about what might your version of that might be. By the way, if you want to see a great example of one of these free trainings in action, go over to askmethod.com and get yourself registered for that training, because A, it's going to be super high value, and B, it's going to show you what an example of this type of free training can look like for your business. Now, I promised to share my favorite form of lead magnet. So the third and final type that we're going to talk about here today is a quiz. And if you were perceptive, you probably noticed that there was a quiz call to action on the Ask Method page that you saw just a moment ago. Now, you've probably heard me talk a lot about quizzes and the value that they provide. I love quizzes and assessments because they allow you to tap into the power of self-discovery. You can learn about your prospect by asking them a series of questions, and then you can provide them not just a generic lead magnet or a generic training, but you can customize what it is that you're providing based on a person's quiz or assessment answer. So we love quizzes and assessments. Now, what we're talking about here is a quiz like the one that you saw on our askmethod.com website a moment ago. This is a quiz where you're asking a series of questions in order to diagnose, like a doctor, and prescribe the best next step. So you might have something like the productivity type quiz, or what's your biggest golf swing killer? Or, for example, what's your metabolic type if you're looking to lose weight? Take the quiz to find out the answer, and we'll recommend the best next step to you after you answer a series of questions. So by asking these questions, not only are you able to learn about your prospect and follow up with them in a customized way, but you're able to offer instant value that's not generic one-size-fits-all, but speaks to their unique, specific situation. So those are 3 different lead magnets that we are huge fans of here at the Ask Method Company. So let's review these steps so far. So step 1 is get to know your customers. You want to get to know who they are. Step 2 is make sure that you're grabbing their attention with the right message on your website. Step 3 is to build a relationship by offering something for free that you are putting out there to show some real value. And that leads us to step number 4, which is nurturing the relationship, getting to know each other and building trust. So one of the best ways to nurture your relationship, as old school as this might sound, is to continue to use email. Now, email is nothing new. We all know email, but email continues to be an incredibly effective way to keep that conversation going. Share the best tips and tricks, invite subscribers to read your blog post or watch a helpful video. So use that channel to stay in touch with and continue to nurture the relationship with your prospective website visitor. And then last but not least, step 5 is to offer them a paid solution, a product, a group of products, a service that you might provide. Something that's so good, an offer that is so irresistible, it's impossible for people to say no to. This first offer is what we like to call your in. It's a way to open the door and welcome people into your world. Oftentimes, the cost might be fairly low, and that first step is to generate an in customer who knows, likes, and now trusts you by making that purchasing decision. So there you have it. 5 steps to transform website visitors into paying customers. Number 1, get to know your customers. Number 2, create the right message to grab their attention. Number 3, make the connection with a lead magnet. Number 4, nurture the relationship by email. And number 5, present them with an offer that adds so much value that they can't say no. All right, that wraps up this video for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you got a question or something that you'd love for me to cover in an upcoming video in more detail, let me know inside the comment thread. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.